Okay, hello everyone. I'm Joy Baldo. I work for ICLAY Local Governments for Sustainability, and as a professor mentioned earlier, we are a network of local governments. So, as a fellow, I am working on empowering the youth to champion climate action and disaster resilience, which will contribute to SDG 13.3, which aims to raise awareness on climate change adaptation, mitigation, and early warning. So, who here has been in the Philippines? Okay, quite a number of hands. So as you might know, just a brief background info, the Philippines is highly vulnerable to the impacts of climate change. And this is further exacerbated by the fact that we lack capacity and resources. So the Philippines is situated in the Pacific Ring of Fire and the Typhoon Belt, which means that we are prone to frequent earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and the Philippines is actually hit by an average of 20 typhoons a year, and a quarter of which is highly destructive. Now, we also have a very young population. We have more than half aged 15 to 30 years old. So the Filipino youth can play a tremendous role to lead the movement to help solve problems in their communities. So why not harness their potential and their ingenuity by providing them with the right knowledge, the resources and tools for them to actually come together and work. So with this premise, we work with Yes Pinoy Foundation in partnership with the city government of Marikina in implementing a project called Young, Empowered, and Service-Oriented Filipino Citizens. So Marikina is also highly vulnerable. 80% of the city is flood-prone and 70% is prone to liquefaction. So through this project, we trained a pioneer group of 44 volunteer students called Yes Pinoy Movers from both public and private schools. This group serves as a breeding ground to train them and for young leaders to flourish and lead initiatives in their own communities. So they also serve as advocacy partners of their schools and other relevant institutions in implementing other environmental and social civic activities. So we conducted a series of training workshops and other collaborative activities such as field trips and brainstorming so that they will understand the vulnerabilities in their communities and they will try to identify ways on how they can contribute in solving this day-to-day problems. So the project is still in its infancy stage, but the idea is for these youth leaders to create other leaders by connecting to other youth organizations throughout the country, and they will exchange their ideas and they will exchange best practices so that they can come together and create change in their communities. So this a rather similar initiative and concept will also be presented by my co-fellow from Bangladesh later on. So to ensure the sustainability of this project, it is linked with an order from the Department of Education in establishing youth organizations called Youth for Environment in Schools. Now, awareness raising can only go so far. However, we still need political and financial instruments that will, for us to be able to create a bigger platform and build momentum. We need our political leaders to invest in us, invest in our youth, to create policies that will encourage youth participation, especially in political decision-making. So while we clamor for this to happen, we will continue to work hard to inspire change. And especially now, we are the most connected generation ever. Do you agree? With all this social media apps. So why don't we use this interconnectivity to build meaningful partnerships? After all, this is what the local pathways is all about, like bringing together different people from different cultures, different backgrounds to just learn from each other and try to bring back the learnings to their own country. That's all. Thank you.